going down? What's going down this Thursday night? You know what that means. It's time for the TNA Recipe. I'm your host, Big Ray, all the way from the Big D, Dallas, Texas. Always me, I have with me my producer extraordinaire. Give us some Cali love for Mr. EL.CIBERNETICO.
What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Sorry about that. What's going on, man?
Always, always to my left, I have my co-host all the way from Steeltown, from the Big PA. Hey, welcome, Big Ed. What's going on?
Hey, how you doing tonight? Good night to talk about some wrestling, some TNA wrestling. Great talk, man.
Hey. Before we start, once again, WCC always reminds you to support your local indie scenes. No matter where you are, what town you in, the nearest town, hey, wherever you get, just get your ass in the seat somewhere. Also would like to thank, again, 2 weeks in a row, #1 on the WCC network. Yes, we'd love to thank everyone who supports us. Hey, let's make it 3.
That's right.
Let's jump into it tonight for the TNA Impact. What's going on, and let them know what's good.
All right. Well, it was a nice action-packed show that they had going on tonight at TNA. The show started off with Sting coming to the ring. He was out there all suited up, main event Mafia style. He said that he had warned Bully Ray about the main event Mafia arriving again. And then he brings out Kurt Angle, who also makes his way to the ring. And they talk about, Kurt talks about how him and Sting, they were the original members of the group for all those who remember the main event Mafia from a few years ago. So they fought for powers and titles, and they did whatever they wanted because no one could stop them. He said it seems like what the Ace of Eights do now is because of them. And he said, and Kurt Angle brought up the fact that because of Aces and Eights, Sting will never get another shot at the title. And he said that Kurt said that Aces and Eights screwed him over a few times, but they're here to kick some ass to make sure that Bully Ray eventually loses that belt. And that they're going to fight fire with fire, and that they're going to continue to grow. And that tonight that they're going to tell everybody who the next member of the main event Mafia is. So it was a good opening segment. They let everybody know what was going on, and for once, Hulk Hogan wasn't opening up the show.
Thank God.
Then after that, they did a promo for the X Division, and we see Chris Sabin. He's heading out to the ring when Doc from Aces and Eights grabs him up from behind. They drag him into the trailer, and you're thinking that they're going to jump Chris Sabin, but Bully Ray tells them that they're not going to hurt him, that they just want to wish him luck and hopes that he wins the match. But he does tell him that the right thing to do would not be to go after his world title. He said, hey, you're good among them other little dudes, but you can't, he's just saying, hey, you can't mess with Bully Ray. And then he just walks, he said, be careful, because you do have an injured knee. And then he just lets him go and walks away. And then we get into our first match of the night, the X Division title match between Suicide, Kenny King, and Chris Sabin. This was another great match between these three. A lot of, of course, everything that you'd expect from an X Division match, a lot of high spots, a lot of great moves. And it ends, surprisingly, with Suicide winning the title. And after Suicide's in the ring celebrating that he had won the championship, out comes Hulk Hogan. And who does he have with him? A little guy that some of us know as T.J. Perkins. Hulk Hogan says that T.J. Perkins has been wrestling as Suicide this whole time, which we all know is a lie. But I guess it sounds good on TV. But he tells the fake Suicide that he better reveal exactly who he is, as we know it's him that jumped T.J. Perkins. But before he can reveal himself, the fake Suicide runs through the crowd with the title. What do you guys think of that?
Oh, hell no! Oh, hell no!
Anybody got any thoughts on that?
I thought it was a good twist. I thought it was.
Yeah, and of course, now, even though we all knew who it was going to be, we're going to talk about that later. It did leave us all wondering, okay, well, who is it that's dressed as Suicide? And I thought he was a little bit bigger than, T.J. Perkins is. But it's like, who was he, and why would he want to dress up as suicide? Well, we know why he would have wanted to dress up as suicide, because you get that shot at the world title. It makes plenty of sense.
Exactly.
I mean, and just for that reason, you could think like, oh, there's many people that can be suicide. But I was shocked, honestly, when TJ came out not in the suicide costume. Like, okay, I knew he was portraying him, but who the fuck is it this time?
I think, honestly, it's between... Hi, I'm Roosevelt, by the way.
Hey, Roosevelt, how you doing?
Yo, hey, I would like to give him a proper introduction. Hey, welcome Roosevelt to the show. Hey, this is the original creator of the TNA recipe.
Hey, y'all just doing y'all thing, and I just thought I'd just join y'all for a little bit, but, see how this, it's a good show. I like it. I'm listening. I give y'all applause, and y'all got my graces. But I think, honestly, they probably, it's either Cass or Christopher Daniels, but I think they said it was C.J. Perkins to throw fans off, which is good, though.
Yeah. I mean, we all knew. Yeah, we've all known the whole time that it's been the other two guys. But, hey, it works. I mean,
there was another guy, too.
Who was it? Was it a Japanese wrestler who...
Kiyoshi was the first person to play was Kazarian, then Daniels took over, then Kiyoshi.
Right.
And what's funny with the suicide character, and it's like so well played that they all do the move exactly the same as suicide. Right.
Everybody, it's like the suicide character has its own moveset.
Right. Yeah, there's like a certain moveset that he has, but they all do it. They know how to do each and every last one of his moves to the T.
Which is actually a damn good thing. It basically sits there and shows just how dedicated these guys are when they take over that character. They want to all make sure that they're all on the same page. They know the right moves. They know the right timings and everything else. Everything looks smooth. I mean, honestly, Suicide is still one of the most unpredictable members of the X Division, but at the same time, damn, that is some serious respect out of basically all those guys, and for them to sit here and actually take on that role of him and still be able to say to get all of the guys who's going to play that character together to say, okay, this is how this move goes, and practice it till it basically gets that timing dead on. It's beautiful.
Oh, absolutely.
And I have to say, I give props to them, too, because, you have people like Kazarian and Daniels who, outside of Suicide, have completely different gimmicks, so they have to work around a different type of gimmick, which, just coming up with new sets and gimmicks is hard enough, and then you have to add one more to the bunch.
Absolutely. And next we had our gut check challenge.
Whoa.
Well, go ahead.
You skipped man who has the race man himself, and this match was a joke.
Oh, here you go.
Oh, God, here we go.
Viewer discretion is advised.
Wait, is that Doug?
Hey, wait a minute. Before we start, TNA recipe in WCC is not reliable for what Doug Barrett has to say.
TNA is not responsible for Doug Barrett and his negative Nancy comments.
No, everyone's going to agree with me on this comment. The reason it was a slap in the face, and it's not because of who won, it's a slap in the face to Chris Sabin, who gave him the X Division title, all but wanted him, I believe, to get the title shot, and instead you have him drop it to the questionable Suicide, because I'm not going to say who it is, because I'm not that much of a jackass. But I'm sorry, it's a slap to his ass, come back, and it's like, oh, guess what, we're just going to give it to question mark man over here, and you're not going to get your title shot. It's a slap.
However,
you wanted him to
you
get.
can always win the title back, though.
However, in all fairness, wrestling has done this before, where they've had a big time superstar come back from injury, win a title, and then let's say about a month later, end up losing it. I do believe if anybody's an expert on basically beating a guy who just came back from injury, it should be, I don't know, the general manager of TNA right now, Hulk Hogan, who did it to Triple H when he came back from the torn quad and won the title at WrestleMania.
Hell no.
Yeah, he slipped off
Hell no.
1 month later.
You committed a sin. You mentioned the company. You mentioned the company up north on a TNA show. How dare
I'm
you?
just saying, everybody uses storyline. If you want to, you can boo, you both sons of bitches. Y'all can boo till the cows come home, but that's pretty much exactly the exact same. And in all fairness, they brought a guy from up north to run their damn show.
God. I stand by what I said. I think this is a raw deal for Saban. I mean, look, think about it. We all love Saban, okay? When he won the title, we all celebrated. And then they do that, pretty much split the fans up saying, we're not going to give you what you want.
Well, and this is no offense to Suicide, because I like anyone who plays Suicide. Suicide, the gimmick is amazing. But, you had Chris Sabin come back. He did all this about redemption. I mean, why bring him back with that kind of thing only to take it off of him pretty much the moment that he gets the title? He deserves a longer reign, especially for being as great as
he can win it back at Destination X. He can win it back at Destination X.
We're just going to have to wait to see how they play out the storyline.
Well, you can always win it back.
We all know that the person that did it is going to cash in on that big title.
So the belt's going to be vacated, which will give him another opportunity. All right, now the next match that was up, it was the gut check match between Ryan Howe and Adam O'Reilly. And I'm going to say Adam O'Reilly, if nobody knows much about him, he was actually a bit of an internet sensation before he got big into wrestling. He was on that guy up north that had to create his own push because they weren't pushing him with his online YouTube show, that The Long Island Story. He's one of his best friends. But and the thing about Ryan, I like, he has a good look. He looks like he can whoop someone's ass. Great charisma. And his opponent, Ryan Howe, was talking about all the instruments he could play. But when he came to the ring, all I thought of was back in the early '90s when I used to watch WCW Saturday Night and see Heavy Metal Van Hammer come to the ring.
Yeah, that was funny. That scene which has made that reference. That was hilarious.
Is that the guy that got the vest that say "Every day I'm muscling" or something?
Yeah. O'Reiler's the one with every day I'm muscling.
He kind of looked like Chris Masters a little bit.
That's what I was thinking, especially when he held up that Master Lock signal when he jumped on the rope. But the problem I've got with this match, and I'm gonna take a page out of Doug Bear's book. I don't know if he was actually paying attention to it during his little limo, cigar smoking, cognac drinking, hoochie banging limo ride all the way to BCC. But however, what happened? What was lacking in this match was crowd reaction. The place was quiet.
It was real quiet. It wasn't even that long of a match. That's pretty quick.
Wait, quiet? No. It was so quiet that you could have heard somebody taking a piss. That's how quiet it was.
It's quiet. And I expected O'Reilly to get the win. That's probably why it ended so quickly. When you're not getting the crowd reaction, they make them take the match home a little bit sooner.
No, it ended for two reasons. The crowd, and how many times did Ryan fucking botch?
I gotta ask
you. Ryan botched too much. It's like, when you mess up that many times, why are you even here?
Hold on, guys. I gotta ask. Hey, was this part 2 of the live series, or is this live? Was this live tonight?
Oh no, this was
live. This is part 2.
Yeah, this was the tape thing. This was the tape shit.
Enough said. That's why. Imagine sitting there for fucking about 6 hours. Yeah, I'll be tired too.
That's what he said.
Well, the question is, Ryder won this match, but out of the two of them, who do you think that they're gonna get? Who do you think is gonna get judged in front of it? Which I think is stupid. It's why not just judge them both and say yes or no?
I'm rolling with Adam on this one.
Well, yeah, because Ryan Howell's already part of the OVW roster, so he basically already has a contract in there.
Right.
I think it's Adam just because of the fact that consider the fact they have another big muscle-bound guy who has like a short fuse and is very strong, very aggressive, in the name of Rob Terry. I think that basically you get Adam on that roster and you pair him up with Rob Terry, and these two could be a very dangerous, dominant force in the tag team, and they could be doing good just as much singles competition than anything else.
I agree, because they kind of, with their muscular guys, they like to drop the ball with those guys for some rhyme or reason.
That's because they're doing the anti-WWE thing. They're not just going for muscle-bound guys who can sit here and do.
You can always have a few of them on the roster, like you said. You put a run up with Rob Terry. Yeah, you have a tag team right there. And then we get next segment. We get T.J. Perkins. He's in the back getting approached by Bully Ray, because it looks like Bully Ray's on a wild goose chase, trying to find out who orchestrated this whole thing, because he thinks the Main Event Mafia is behind it. Try to get his title, and he says, he wants to know if Sting Kurt Angle put him up to it. But TJ said no, he worked very hard for the opportunity, and it's very real that somebody had attacked him, and that he had something taken from him. And of course, Bully keeps going on about the Main Event Mafia. TJ says he doesn't know who attacked him, and he goes to leave. But before he leaves, Bully grabs him and says, "Now you can leave." Fortunate, being the bully that he is.
So I actually thought this was very funny, because all I could think of when I was watching this, Bully is obviously scared or paranoid. He won't admit to it, but he obviously is.
Right. That's the whole thing, is that he's afraid that it's all something that was set up. That maybe they brought somebody from their own crew to come in there and try to take his title. Understandable that that's why he thinks the Main Event Mafia was involved. Next match that we had was a match between Velvet Sky and Mickie James for the Knockouts title. And once again, this was another match where both of these girls went at it. What you expect from the Knockout division, great matches that actually take more than 3 minutes to finish. But once again, it appeared that Mickie James had injured Velvet Sky's knee.
Is somebody at the airport?
Plane flying over me. I'm sorry, folks.
I was just like, wait a minute. I'm hearing a plane. What the hell?
Plane.
The plane.
Did Doug Barrett's private jet finally sit here and get there?
Oh,
I don't know.
Funny.
Hey, you ruined it. We don't got the Learjet yet.
Give us about a couple more months.
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe
actually, I want in regards to this match. Is anybody noticing the way it ended? It was actually I'm actually kind of impressed because I've never actually seen Mickie James ever do that before.
Yeah, I think the move. What's the move called? What was it? It was. I'm reading here. What was it? A crossplay? Some type of knee. I don't know what.
I didn't even catch what it was called, but it was very awesome.
It's like a variation of the deathlock.
Right.
Yeah. Finish.
What I was going to say is, you guys notice after the match, I don't know what's up with these chicks losing matches and then crying all hard, and the crowd chanting, "You tapped out" afterwards.
Yeah, actually, you tapped out. I'm going to be honest, and this is going to shock everybody. I actually love this match.
Oh.
Wow. Oh, hey, I thought it was a good match.
Oh, my God, what?
Wait, one more time, Doug?
I love this match. I can't say anything bad about this match. I can't.
All right, Doug.
Yeah, let's see how long that lasts. About 10 seconds.
Hold on, what's today's date? Let me write this down on the calendar.
Actually, no. There's going to be another match we're talking about that I enjoyed a lot. So that's 2 matches I love tonight.
Uh-oh.
Find Bible, because it's the end of the war.
Oh, God.
Holy shit. Hell is freezing over.
big time.
Wait a minute, you're not trying to get an Oscar for this, are you?
If I was going for an Oscar, I would have said I enjoyed 3 matches.
Well, we're not done yet. We're still in the first hour.
I think he's pulling our leg now.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know people's legs. I'm not that sexy.
Hey,
I can't do it like Mark Henry does.
I ain't gonna fall for that 2 weeks in a row. Fuck you.
I ain't falling for that. Doug talking about, I actually like this match. I like this match. Oh, it's 3 matches. Wait a minute. Nope.
I'm calling bullshit.
I'll call shenanigans, Doug. Fuck that. I'm calling shenanigans.
Oh, wait till we get to the next match. You just gotta know when you read it. You know why I love the next match.
Uh-oh.
All right, then the next match that we had was Magnus versus Bobby Roode, and it was
yes.
And how about it? Magnus got the win.
Ding! Perfect.
Yeah, but it was considered an upset, but it looks like you're trying to go all the way with Magnus, or at least make him look like a threat.
Hey man, all I gotta say is this: Bobby Roode, you know what?
You got knocked the fuck out.
Yeah.
Bobby Roode.
Hey, I'm probably the only one, but I wanted Roode to win. So
why?
Why exactly?
But also
why?
before the match, Sting and Angle was looking at him like, is this going to be the next person to join Main Event Mafia?
Which may have actually thrown Bobby Roode off his
game. Hold on, I got to say something about the new Main Event Mafia. I'm glad that they're bringing it back, but I wish they would have stuck with the original theme music.
Oh, why? Well, technically they kind of did, but they kind of just gave it a more, 2013 feel as opposed to 2009.
Because the old one had like the Italian feel, like it's really a mafia, but this had more of a.
Doesn't matter. The music sucks regardless. I'm sorry.
I was even saying it too. Like every time I heard the music, I was like, I want the original.
That's true. All right, I'll give you that.
Wait, does anybody want my opinion of the match? Since this
Go
is
ahead,
the other
Doug.
one
I gotta hear this.
I mean, I kind of want in on this.
Okay.
Muted.
As you guys know, I'm a Magnus guy, so let alone that's one of my biggest reasons why I'm happy about this. My boy Magnus won. But 2, I got to give credit to Roode. Roode put him over because I guarantee a lot of people, like it was already said, viewed this as an upset because everyone's like, oh, Roode is the veteran, Roode is more experienced. But we just saw then, this is the one good thing about the Bound for Glory series. Experience don't mean shit.
Okay, I knew that for that one.
And of course, once again, I'm hearing
Here you
people.
go. Unmute. Here you go. Unmute it.
I'm hearing people online complaining about how Bobby Roode lost. I said, guys, I keep trying to tell everybody they got 3 months worth of matches.
Okay, I'm gonna say the one thing pretty much we all want to say as far as those people whining online. Shut the fuck up. I'm saying it for one simple reason, and it's not because of the fact that Bobby Roode lost, the fact that Magnus pulled off one hell of an upset. Magnus did fantastic at that match. Magnus pretty much is looking pretty much like James Storm last year, looking pretty much unstoppable, untouchable. He's on a roll, fantastic, keep it going. The only reason I say that is because this is a series that is going on for the next 4 months. You cannot sit here and get whiny, pissy, bitchy, and moany just because of the fact that, I'm sorry, Bobby Roode has no points. Okay, did you actually get
That's one thing I don't like about the IWC.
They're a bunch of whiny little tampon douchebags.
And you know what? You know why I'm not mad at Magnus winning is because of the fact Roode's putting over one of the younger guys.
Exactly.
It's good.
Mm-hmm. I honestly have to say though, I can say I'm not a Roode fan. I'm not a fan of Magnus either, like I said last time. But I'm not gonna bitch and complain either because, like everyone has said, that this is a series that's gonna go on for the next 4 or so months. So no one has really much of a reason to bitch and complain. All the IWC wants to do is bitch and complain when they have no logical reason to.
Right. No reason.
my thing is it kind of makes the series unpredictable in a way.
Exactly. Yep. Like, why complain about when it was like, yeah, TNA is known for having some bad ideas, but this is one of their best ideas. A series of matches that every single match that happens is meaningful from here on out. When you watch TNA, people want to see those matches because you want to see, hey, who's going to get the point.
Right.
But the biggest thing is that how did Magnus do last year? How close was Magnus as far as basically? Because I may be mistaken, but was it Magnus in the BFG series last year?
He was kicking ass at those house shows. That's the thing.
Yeah.
At the house shows, and I mean, the house shows everything, but pretty much when he got on TV, he couldn't get that job done.
Right.
But you look at it now, and it's just pretty much like this guy has literally he's been through everything. I mean, it's like he had his intro, he had basically the British invasion. I mean, he's literally been that guy that's been trying to get over since he first got here. And granted, he's made one hell of a transition.
Didn't he get taken out of the BFG series last year?
Yep.
I think because he got injured.
He actually suffered an injury that basically took him completely out of it, and they just kept rolling with it.
But like Doug, I'm a Magnus guy. I fucking love Magnus.
Right.
Magnus, yes. I like him because he started from the bottom. Yeah. Now he's here.
Yeah, I mean,
people agree with me.
I give them props for trying to elevate somebody different that's not a former WWE guy.
Right.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it may honestly sound cliche, but Magnus pretty much did. Magnus pretty much did that. No, we're not going with Jeff Hardy.
Even though I'm a Jeff Hardy fan, but Jeff Hardy.
Moving right along, Big N.
All right, moving right along. We had James Storm and Gunner. They head to the ring, tag team champs.
Come on, boys.
Storm says that tag team wrestling is called a science, but that neither of them are scientists. But he says he might be a chemist by the way he mixes his drink. While they're having their promo, out comes Robbie E. and Justin, along with Eric, looking real good, to announce that they're entering into the tag team division and they're calling themselves the Bromans.
Bromance?
Shuck 2.0.
Oh, wow. God, dog, that's the gayest thing I ever heard. Bromance.
Well,
okay.
Remember, guys, it's not bromance.
All right. I got to put this out there. Man, it's a man's law that me and my friends have. Man law rule number 10. There shall be no bromance whatsoever.
Exactly.
Hate it.
Wait, and then
actually, wait. You said that's man law number 10. I thought that was man law number 1.
Right.
Oh, no. Man law number 1, you thou shalt not.
Yeah, Negro. That's all you had to say.
Oh, no. Man law number 1 is that thou shalt not use the urinal next to another man when there's another urinal in another spot. So pretty much you're supposed to allow a urinal, a urinal in between. Where, that's man law number 1.
Good rule.
At the end of the segment, Storm called Tara a butterface.
I actually just realized what man law number 10.5 is. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's butterface.
Oh, wow.
Wait, no, here's the thing. No,
I'm just saying flat out, when James and Gunner were literally sitting there talking about it, I started looking at her. I'm like, you know what? You kind of have a good point. I've been more intrigued by her legs, but every time I look at her face, I kind of get turned off by the match.
Man, I'm spray a load all over her face. Oh, can I say that on here? That's neither here nor there what I would do to her face. Now,
right.
Well, let's see. Now, Jesse, he decides to get all pissed and run at him, and Gunner knocks him out. And, of course, James Storm said, sorry about your damn luck.
Which is still the best catchphrase in the history of professional wrestling. That's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so, and Austin 316 said I just whipped your ass, but that's besides the point.
most important thing here is that we got another tag team in that division. I don't have to see the same 3 tag teams wrestling each other every week.
Wait a minute. Another tag team? No. They ain't a tag team. They're the jobbers of the tag team division.
But they're at least going to get a tag team title shot, I hope.
Right. They're going to be the prime-time players of TNA.
Oh, wow.
Hey,
wow, really?
But you know what, though? You know what would be a bad idea for TNA? If they start a BFG series with the tag team division or the X division and stuff like that.
They can do it with the X division, but with the tag team division, they don't have enough tag teams, which I wish that they would get more.
Yeah, true.
And the problem is that basically they don't have enough guys who look like they can provide enough chemistry. I mean, if they did like I'll say it, the lethal lottery, then maybe they might have a legitimate shot at it. But as far as that tag team division goes, I think honestly right now at this point you have a better shot of literally dragging out the very likes of Chris Masters and John Morrison, and even for that matter, God help me for saying it, the Hurricane.
Oh wow!
And getting them into what I'm just saying. I mean, granted, Hurricane was a great gimmick at those meat sacks up north, but in all fairness, the tag team division right now is kind of on the back burner just because all the spotlight is going to go on the singles competition and the BFG series.
Yeah. Well, what name you said you could scratch because John Morrison said he'll never go to TNA.
A lot of guys say that.
A lot of superstars said that.
They all say that, and then when they can't get hot, they got to say that so that they can stay in good graces with the big guys.
Yeah, but the thing is, I don't think TNA can afford him.
Ooh. No, that ain't it. If I'm TNA, I don't want John Morrison because of Molina.
Right, exactly. I was about to say that, Dougie. There is no way.
But wait, though. But his arch enemy Mike Knox is over in TNA,
which will make it even better.
Who cares? Yeah. Would you want to put up with Molina's bullshit?
Exactly.
Wait. Woman screaming her head off, pretty much jumping on the ropes and spreading eagle to slip under the rope. You put some porn music behind that, and you got the makings of pretty much every single computer nerd getting off of World of Warcraft and paying attention for at least 5 seconds.
Oh, wow.
That's that drawing. The backstage crap.
Hey.
Yeah, just like that. Now picture Molina.
He's not lying though.
Open slow-mo and drop him down.
But, well, I mean the backstage shit. She was the biggest problem for him in WWE. Backstage crap.
Yeah, but we've got to realize that WWE doesn't really know how to handle their talent very well because they've got rid of some really good names.
Man, that's
some pretty shitty people.
Everybody does. John Morrison
would be able to keep
passed away. Why don't you sit there and let your girl get passed around to a bunch of dudes and not do anything about it? It makes you look like a punk. That's what happened with John Morrison with these tags this chicken talk smack about doing, and he ain't do shit. Like you could have, you ain't slap him, throw some water on him, something.
Hell, even Batista slept with her.
Yeah, and you ain't do nothing about that. He ain't do nothing about it. He ain't return his book to the library late, something.
Right. Moving right along.
Look at John Morrison. If you were John Morrison, look at Batista. Would you do something about it?
Man, I'll kick him straight in his nuts.
Man, fuck the backstage politics shit, bro. You sleeping with my woman. That's liable for ass.
It ain't the backstage politics. It's just that I don't think he was gonna go. I don't think he would have went up to Batista and be like, "You sleep with my girl." Batista,
man, win or lose, but everybody knew it. Win or lose, I'm doing something about it.
I don't care. I don't care if he's bigger than me. I know I'm gonna lose. I'm gonna say something.
And then next we had about another Bound for Glory series match with Samoa Joe going up against Ken Anderson.
Joe's gonna kill you.
During this match,
bitch, you just killed my vibe.
Love it.
And during this match, Aces and Eights tried to jump in, to like, oh, we're going to trump you, Samoa Joe, but he saw that Main Event Mafia broke everything up to make sure Aces and Eights didn't get into the match. He made Mr. Anderson submit, and then it was revealed that the next member of the Main Event Mafia, another former world champion, Samoa Joe.
Yes.
He's part of the Main Event Mafia. No more of that nature of violence stuff. He's part of the Main Event Mafia. That's what that felt for.
So far you got three out of the however original of the Main Event Mafia. You got 3.
They even gave him a suit, and they put a little suit with a Men's Warehouse plug in it.
The thing about it is, if you're gonna wear a suit,
hey, he might wear it. You know, Samoa Joe might suit up. If you're in the Main Event Mafia, you got to look fresh. You can't walk around wearing them shorts.
Oh, come on. Okay, wait. Before you get on the damn attire, look at it this way. They got smart this time around. It wasn't like one of those shit picks where basically just get a guy to just fill it in. They got Samoa Joe, the man that pretty much left one hell of an impact on the original Mafia when they were actually here. And who better to have in your corner, especially if you decide to go against the possibility that Rampage Jackson may actually join the Mafia. At least you have some really good muscle and some. Oh, we already know that's where it's headed.
But you know what though? I just hope like Joe don't get kidnapped by a group of ninjas in a white van this time.
No, they never even explained how he got out of the van or anything. He just showed up one day.
That's what I want to know. How the hell did he get out of the damn van?
Like, well, Samoa Joe, you got kidnapped, but who kidnapped you?
That shit was funny.
It was funny.
Guys, you may want to get that button ready that says, we do not agree with what Doug says.
Good, what are you going to say?
All right, first off this, everyone loves Samoa Joe. Sorry, Samoa Joe to me looks like the Samoan version of the State Marshmallow Man.
Oh, wow.
Here
we go.
Problem with this match, and it's not getting because I liked the match. I didn't love it. I liked it, but it's this. Sting and Angle said at the beginning of the show they're going to take out Main Event Mafia, correct? Now they have Joe in the corner. Did TNA just hold their hand and saying, hey, Main Event Mafia said they're going to go after Bully Ray? Did Joe just pretty much win the Bound for Glory series, or is this TNA screwing, pulling the wool over our eyes on this?
I think we all know AJ Styles going to win the TNA Bound for Glory series.
Right, Joe's still in the Mafia. He's still in the Bound for Glory series. But I'm sure if a Main Event Mafia guy wins the series, it'll only help. But AJ Styles has to win it.
Yeah, but who's to say that AJ Styles won't
join? What if he decided that's the team that he wants to join?
That would be like the biggest coup ever in pretty much this entire storyline between Aces and Eights, TNA, and AJ Styles. This will be the perfect ending that pretty much he wins that BFG series. Then he goes on and faces either Austin Aries or Bully Ray, most likely Bully Ray, beats Bully Ray, and then all of a sudden throws up the signal, and then Main Event Mafia pretty much comes out, and all of a sudden AJ Styles joins them.
Austin Aries, you mean Suicide 2? What are you talking about, Austin Aries, man? We're talking about, Suicide 2 on the back.
I'm picking Austin Aries to win to pretty much win the BFG series. So get over it. I'm picking Austin Aries.
Okay, all right, that's see. Well, anyway, never mind. That brings us to the final segment. Hulk Hogan comes out and says that Suicide needs to get out there and reveal himself, or he will be.
You really got to bring up Hulk Hogan in this conversation.
Or he will be.
Actually, just ruined the show. We just went from number 1 to number 5.
Oh wow.
He will be. What?
I would rather not bring up Hulk Hogan, but in this case, we have no choice.
Yeah, we have to bring him up.
What's that?
I got to get rid of the Mexican music real quick.
Oh, there, black and white, clear as crystal. You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
And here's my question. My question is, if the fake Suicide wasn't booked in the match, why didn't you just strip the title off from to begin with? and just say, hey, you weren't booked to be in this, so you can't win the title. But that's
because Hogan doesn't have the balls anymore.
And, of course, Suicide comes out, Hogan says, I'm going to strip you of the title, brother, unless you reveal yourself. And what happens, Suicide gets on the mic and talks about Bully Ray, and, because Bully Ray comes, and, of course, Bully Ray comes out and says it doesn't matter who's under the mask, because whoever it is needs to make the right choice. And that's the only reason why he won the title is because he scared Chris Sabin. That's his claim. Now, Bully says that he's a bad person, tells Suicide to leave. Hogan then says he's tired of his crap. Hey, Suicide, remove your mask or lose your belt. And, of course, Suicide cuts a promo using voice distortion. And then he reveals himself to be Austin Aries.
My draft pick!
He said, I chose option C, and I will do it again. So once again, he's going to cash in and go for that world title shot against Bully Ray.
This was a screw job. This was like the dumbest thing ever.
There's only one thing that needs to be said. Austin Aries was watching Edge and Christian act as the Lokistadors back in WWE.
Oh, wait, whoa, hold on a second. He just brought up somebody from up north, too. How come he ain't getting booed?
Okay, we're gonna have to edit that because, when we mention WWE, we lose people.
Thank you.
What else am I supposed to say? Everybody would know when I said Edge and Christian. He watched Edge and Christian act as the Lokistadors.
Thank you, Carol. Thank you.
Okay, wait.
Wait a minute. If you're gonna mention anybody from up north, you have to say by their government name. Like Adam Copeland and Christian.
Man,
Hayes.
fuck Edge.
The problem I have with this segment is it almost seems like TNA is regurgitating story that they had some fire going, and then all of a sudden they just literally like, okay, so what? So now what? What do we do? What do we do? Oh, I don't know. Why don't you throw in the fucking thing that pretty much everybody has been bitching, pissing, and moaning about? Set it up. Bully Ray versus Hulk Hogan, non-title. Just have these beat the shit out of each other. Get it over with. The reveal to the world that Brooke is with Aces and Eights. Why not just do it that way instead of just having this whole crazy off-the-wall bullshit triple threat X Division title match to only have a reveal that somebody apparently wants to be greedy as fuck.
Oh, wow. Like that?
Let's get ready.
Well, for one, because Hogan's old ass is not supposed to be in the ring wrestling, period.
Right, Austin Aries wanted to get another shot at the title, so he used a sneaky mean to do it.
But he's already in the BFG series. Either he is not confident in him winning this series, or he is so fucking cocky that he thinks that he can actually, in all unlikelihood, actually beat out some guys who literally, most likely, in all fairness, probably deserve this shot a lot more than he does. He's already been down that road. He's already been world champion.
So
that's why I'm liking the whole Magnus story, at least with Magnus. Magnus actually has a legitimate shot and has not been a world champion yet.
But hey, not everybody gets to be the world champion. That's like saying not all 30 teams in the NFL have won the Super Bowl. You can't use that.
Wow. Check this out, guys. No way.
What?
Ladies and gentlemen, all the way from Tampa Bay, Florida, Hulk Hogan? Hulk Hogan?
Hogan? Brothers. What's up, WCC? I heard stuff I've been talking about.
You're my idol.
Hey, Hogan. I just got one thing to say to you. Fuck you.
Whoa.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
I got something to say to him, too. Hold on,
Let me hold on. You want to say fuck me, man. You better watch your language, brother. I've been hearing stuff from this show talking about me, Brooke, and the rest of the guys in the back, dude. I can get in the ring and hang out with the rest of the guys in the back. So if you want to say to my face, you come down to Florida and I'll teach you something, dude.
Whoa.
Wait. Say that.
I got something to say. Stop.
Did you just call us out?
Yeah.
Hoagie, I got something to say. Did you eat your vitamins and say your prayers, dude?
Do you take your steroids today, Hulkster?
Ask your girlfriend, man.
My girlfriend is your daughter.
No, well, Hogan, I ain't worried about you. All I gotta do is kick you in your back and you'll fold up.
Hogan, so let me get this straight. Let me get this straight, dude. So all the guys and girls here in WCC think I can't hang in the ring with guys like Bully Ray.
I didn't say that. I
did say that you walk down to the ring sometimes, and that maybe you need a segue. I did say that.
Hey, like Shawn Michaels did. You're gonna need
a walker.
Wait. I gotta rephrase that. Like Michael Higginbottom said, like he did. You're gonna need a walker, dude.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Wait. Maybe you didn't see the match. Maybe you weren't born that year. But dude, I made Shawn Michaels lose. I won the match. Shawn Michaels lost. So once again, I can hang, brother.
Well, I want to get your dream coat back from that Morgan.
Wait. I know you're going through this whole crazy mess right now where pretty much you got your adrenaline pumping and you're getting ready to Hulk up and all. But you got to remember, man, I mean, you're on those heart pills. You got the Viagra going. And on top of that, you still got that whole crazy sex tape thing to deal with. I just want to ask you right now, are you sure you want to get in the ring with us? Because I'll tell you right now, we may be young, but we can still, most likely, in all fairness, we can probably kick your ass.
Well,
all we got to do is head the NyQuil.
Ha, brother. That's a joke.
Was
that a joke?
That's why folks are just on sleep right now. Like, it's after midnight. Aren't you guys usually asleep by, like, 10?
Hey, Hogan, I got a word of advice. Don't do no more TV shows. Stay away from television, period.
Oh,
please.
Yeah, because when you come on TV, my TV breaks.
How come you haven't done anything about Matt Morgan?
Girlfriend's looking at me like that? Is that the reason why you want me to stop? You're being jealous?
Oh, wow.
No, because Hogan Heroes suck ass.
Matt Morgan, I'm going to
say this right now. I'm making money. I'm the manager of TNA, and where you're at. Oh, wait a minute. I'm not supposed to say that, right, brother? Right, Jack?
My name ain't Jack.
Exactly.
Yeah, where's your Technicolor Dream coat? Matt Morgan has your coat. You haven't done anything about it. You let Matt Morgan take that coat that you have. And you haven't said anything about it. What's up with that? You scared of Matt Morgan?
Ooh.
Okay, gentlemen.
Yeah, are you scared of Matt Morgan, Terry?
Stop. I can't do this. I'm sorry. I can't. I honestly can't do this. Hulk Hogan, in all fairness and in all honesty, is the reason why pretty much we're all here doing the exact same thing right now. And the fact that we're literally spitting in this man's face, I honestly want to literally take my paw and slap the shit out of every last one of you with a nice little ounce of grizzly blow, because you're all going to need it. Because I'm pretty sure. I can't do it anymore. I can't do this anymore. I can't do it anymore.
Hey, Hulk Hogan ain't the reason I do shit. I ain't never really been a fan of Hulk Hogan.
I was more of a
you're watching TNA, the show that I manage, brother. So
not for you.
Wait a minute.
Not for you.
Wait a minute, Hogan, you ruined WCW with the finger brother.
Finger poke of doom.
Finger poke of doom. Explain that, dude.
Oh wow.
What you could have?
That was Kevin Nash's idea, and all credit.
You and Big Smelly.
You could have wrestled Kevin Nash that night. You didn't eat some vitamins, so you just fucking did.
You might need that.
That's the best you got, brother.
Oh, wow. Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to the TNA Recipe. The number to call is 760-569-7676. Access code 200-446-pound. Once again, that number is 760-569-7676. Access code 200-446-pound. Anthony Red, let them know where they can find you guys at.
All right. You guys can find me. Of course, you can follow me on Twitter at BoozantCock. And you can also check out my weekly columns at www.kayfabekickout.com. And I want to thank everybody who read my latest column, one of my most controversial columns ever. Got the most hits that I've ever gotten writing a column for that site. So I want to thank you all from the bottom of my heart for going on for going on that site and reading what I had to say.
No problem. Shoot it. Go ahead, Red.
No, I'll just say that's what's up. All right, you finished that?
I'm finished, man. That's all you.
All right. Well, you can find me on Twitter at Reddon81. It's REDGON 81. Find me on Facebook, my like page. I also find my group's like page on Facebook as well, Men of Passion. And before we get out of here, I would like to extend my condolences to a former NWA TNA first. Matter of fact, the first black NWA TNA World Heavyweight Champion, Ron.
That's right.
The Truth Killings. His sister passed away this past week. With a 7-year long battle with cancer, and WCC would love to extend our condolences to the family, and keep your head up, bro, if you're out there listening.
People up and down, what's up?
Also, you can find us on Twitter at WCC Live. And hit up our like page on Facebook as well, TNA Recipe.
Coming.